feel a choice coming up. I feel like I have to make a choice. Don't know what though. That zombie looks... Good job, Clem. I don't know how many bullets you have though. I don't have enough ammunition for this. I don't have any more ammo. Luke, Kenny, or Carlos. I'll take anyone. Carlos? Oh no, if Sarah's dad dies in this. Oh no, I don't know how Sarah's gonna take this. I'm anticipating that Carlos is gonna die at some point in this season, and Sarah's just not gonna take it well. Take the rifle. Go, Clementine, go. Remember what? That thing has a bit of a kick. It's not quite... I'm better with this, with the knife. Much better with the knife. There you go. Yeah, that other gun has a piece of a kick. I knew Walter was a good guy. I knew that Walter was a good guy. He was a reasonable guy. Which is why I thought it was safe to tell him. Bravo, Telltale. You got some great moments there.
Clementine, are you okay?
What the hell?
I think Alvin's gonna die, actually. That way he'll never know about Carver's baby. Oh no, I think that's Carver. It's Carver. And Bonnie's with them? Bonnie, why are you with Carver? How? What?
Howdy, folks.
What?
Where's Rebecca?
Carver.
It's nice to see you, too.
Dad! Sarah!
Okay, can I shoot him now? Can I shoot him?
Inside. It's you.
Keep moving.
How could you do that, Bonnie? I thought you were... Well, it's a good thing that Clementine didn't trust her. Did this happen before or after the 400 Days DLC? It's probably happened after, but I don't understand. So where's Tavia in all of this? So is Bonnie the only...
Look at this
I'm wondering what
place.
happened. What do we do? My guess right now is Alvin's gonna be the one to die.
Power and everything. A lot of windows though. It's fucking huge. Bill's gonna hate it. Now the rest of them could be anywhere.
What am I supposed to do?
Man, how the fuck are we gonna cover these guys and look for them too?
Johnny,
Soft
cover that
steps.
window.
Bonnie seemed like the nicest of the group and the least likely to do this. I don't know what the heck is going on with that girl. Or what happened to her. Or is this really Tavia's group? Oh no. Oh great. no. Do I have to make a... Oh no. Oh!
Listen, I'm only gonna ask you once. Where's Rebecca?
Sarah, look at me. It's gonna be okay.
Rebecca!
Oh!
Our baby deserves to be raised in a place of safety. I know you're out there. And Alvin, Luke,
The doctor!
girl. This is real simple. You want this over quick. You all play nice. And show your faces.
My dad, please.
He'll kill him.
No, Alvin.
We gotta go down there.
I can't do that.
Beck, the baby. You need a doctor.
No. Where's Luke and Kenny?
How the hell am I supposed to know?
They're still outside. They can help us.
We have to help Carlos.
Only way to help him is to do what the man says.
What about Luke and Kenny?
Look at those guns. If we start shooting and people are gonna die on both sides.
I don't know what to do. Oh!
Clem can sneak out.
I don't know what
Find
to
Luke.
What the hell is she
do.
gonna do? And you heard him. Carver knows she's with us.
Just stop. Don't hurt my dad, please.
We're going down there.
He'll kill you.
Fuck you. Shoot him! Somebody just shoot him!
Clem, go get him.
He'll kill him, Beck.
He'll do it anyway.
You don't know that.
Say goodbye, Carlos.
Don't look, sweetie. Don't look.
I'll find Luke and Kenny. Stay here.
God damn it.
You never did listen.
Hurry.
Let's see if I can get your attention.
Oh no. I think I just sealed his fate. I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry. Where's Luke and Kenny? Okay, we gotta be fast. Alright. We gotta be fast. No more looking through things. I don't know if... All I know is I gotta keep the baby safe. I'm sorry about Sarah's dad, but I gotta keep the baby safe. I don't think she's gonna be safe with that man. I don't think the baby's gonna be safe with him. It's a choice between Carlos and the baby, not necessarily a choice between Carlos and Rebecca. I just...
God damn, it's dark.
Can I not go towards Kenny? Poor Carlos. I'm sorry. Kenny!
You all right?
Where's Luke?
Hell, I don't know. He was whining about something or other, so I told him to take a hike.
Shoot him! They're giving themselves up. Just shoot him, Kenny. I know you can shoot him. Oh, but now it's Rebecca's in there.
Fuck you, Bill.
Looks like they got everyone. Who are these guys? Can we take them?
Don't know.
I've got a pretty clear shot on the one. Just a little bit to the left. You son of a bitch.
I don't know. Maybe we should go find Luke.
Got him.
Good shot, but I think I wanted you to aim for Carver. Oh no, now he's gonna kill them. He's gonna kill? Oh no, he's the nice one. Kenny? Kenny?
No! Walt!
Oh my god.
That's for our man. Now, I didn't want to do this, but you ain't leaving me much choice. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna march another one of your friends out here, and I'm gonna put a bullet in the back of their head. Or you can give up now. Your choice.
Motherfucker!
Where's Luke? Luke, please, you need to end this now.
Kenny, over there!
Hi, Alvin.
Bill, no! Tell him to stop! Kenny, stop!
Alvin!
Damn. It's a tough shot. What do you think? Clem!
Don't shoot.
What?
He'll kill him.
We can't just give up.
Kenny, he'll keep doing this. Think about Sarita.
That's true. I don't
We're
know
coming
if
out.
I'm making the right choices here.
Let's go.
Where's
I
Luke?
don't know if this is the right choice.
Finally cut and run, huh? Why am I not surprised? I warned you. I warned you not to follow him. Look where he's led you.
You're the one snapping our
You're
fingers.
safe now. We're going home. As a family. All right, round them
I
up.
feel
We're heading back to camp.
I feel like this is the end of the episode, guys. Wow. Yep, I figured.
Son of a bitch would have shot Walt no matter what we did. Well, I ain't going out like that. Not without a fight.
Yeah, I know. The folks are sore over what happened. But let's remember, these are our brothers and sisters, and they all have a vital role to play in this community. They strayed from the flock, yeah. That don't mean they can't earn their way back into the fold. I don't mean we can't find it in our hearts to forgive them, knowing full well those who choose not to accept our love will surely wish that they had.
Accept our
The
love.
storm is on the way.
Took blame for Sarah's photo. You and 46.5% of players blamed someone else. Well, no, we didn't actually. I just didn't say anything. I just chose silence. But I guess either you took the blame or you didn't took the blame. So, by blame someone else, I mean we blamed nobody. Who did you sit with at dinner? You and 34.5% of players sat with Luke. So most people sat with Kenny, which I think makes a lot of sense. And I explained why I ultimately ended up sitting with Luke, but sitting with Kenny makes a lot of sense too. So I'm not too surprised that a majority of people went with Kenny. Told Walter the truth about Matthew. You and 44.4% of players didn't tell Walter the truth. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Walter in a second. Forgiveness, Nick's fate. You and 60% of players convinced Walter to forgive Nick. So does that mean Nick could have died in that scene? That would be interesting if my choices could have led to Nick's death. Left to find Kenny. You and 37% of players sought Kenny's help. Okay. So the immediate thing, my immediate reaction to the end of that is the character of Walter. Walter, the writers and the animators did so well with that character because they could have easily made him the stereotypical character who looks like they're really nice and looks like they're very forgiving and idealistic, but in reality they actually are a little crazy and neurotic and can be very violent if provoked. They were trying to, I think they were trying to make us think down those lines, but at the end, that moment where Walter has the gun and he's aiming it at, well, Nick gets attacked by a walker. He's attacked by a walker and Walter has the gun and he's aiming it towards Nick. And you're thinking he can easily just shoot Nick right now and make it seem like an accident. You know, I was just trying to save him, but I accidentally hit him instead. Walter could have easily done that, but he didn't. He ended up shooting the walker and then left Nick alone. Of course, some people might be like, no, actually, he was trying to aim for Nick, but he accidentally shot the walker instead. But I don't think that's what actually happened. I think Walter genuinely was a good person who saw good in the world. I mean, the stuff that he was talking, when he was talking to Clementine, people might think that what he was saying was really naive and was way too idealistic for the world that they're in, and that's all probably true. But I think that I still agree with him, knowing that I'm probably not right. Because we all know, and I've already decided that I am not going to survive very long in a zombie apocalypse situation at all, because I agree with things like Matthew said. And I'm perfectly happy. I am perfectly happy with agreeing with the things that Matthew is saying and not surviving for very long. I'm perfectly happy with that. So, it was just a real tragedy when we saw that Walter, of all people, was the one who ended up dying. Because he was the most, I don't want to say the most genuinely good, because he's not genuinely good. He's just the most idealistic / paragon. He's the most paragon, I guess, the best way I could describe it, character. And so the fact that he ended up killing it goes to show, like, Walking Dead loves to kill off the characters who are either innocent, they're innocent, good, paragon, or punishing people. They love punishing people for making the more good choices, the you know, paragon choices. And I think it's also really interesting about Walter and Matthew. I think they were trying to imply that Walter, when he said his partner, I feel like maybe Walter and Matthew were actually romantic partners. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it because I'm gay myself, but I really think that's what the writers were intending for. Were intending for us to interpret. So I think that's pretty neat if that is true, if they actually were meant to be LGBT characters. And I love, if that's the case, I love that more and more of them are appearing in these games, and the fact that they are three-dimensional characters, the fact that they're personality or that the character itself is not defined by their sexuality, I think is great. I mean, so, you know, he was more than just a gay character. He actually had more to it. That wasn't the important thing about his character. Yeah, there was a big degree of importance as far as him having a very close tie with Matthew, but, you know, that was not necessarily, didn't necessarily have anything to do. His sexuality, if he was an LGBT character, was not the forefront, which I like. One thing that I definitely love this episode a lot more than episode 2, than episode 1. I'm going to continue with the rest of my thoughts, because I'm assuming the credits are going to roll, and I can just talk while the credits are rolling, if that's the case. Or not. The credits aren't going to roll at all. But, oh, maybe it is. Oh, it's a new song. I love the soundtrack of this game, and I really love that they are putting more of this type of music at the end in the end credits, and that they're actually using different songs each time, it seems. Because I loved in the water, in the last song, and this is starting to sound like, I've just only listening to the first few seconds of it, and it's already starting to sound like an awesome song too. But as I was saying, I really enjoyed this episode. I think that this was at least twice as good as the first, probably even 3 times as good as the first episode. And it wasn't that I disliked the first episode, it's just there were some problems that I had with the first episode. The biggest one I had was that the choices weren't gray enough. Like, a good choice that you're given should be a choice that people are torn with. Like, when the results pop up, it should be as close to 50-50 as possible. And the last episode just didn't really do a very good job of doing that. Which is why in this episode, you did start seeing more of a 50-50 like divide, 50-50 split between them. And I love that. That's how it should be. I'm glad that that Telltale probably took note of that and decided to fine-tune some things. And they really did put us into some very uncomfortable situations. Even the whole choosing between Kenny and Luke, just deciding who to sit with, was an uncomfortable situation. And speaking of uncomfortable situations, I loved that scene where you first meet Carver. Because, like I said, I genuinely felt like I was a little kid again, alone at the house, and then somebody just happened to invade, and you don't know what he's gonna do. You don't know if he's gonna pull something. Like that knife, when he pulled up that knife, I was like, my heart stopped beating for a moment. The other reason why I like this episode a little bit more than in episode 1 is because episode 1, a lot happened, but I felt like it was still too short. Like, it was in an hour and a half. I think I got through the content it was an hour and a half of content for me. And yes, a lot of events happened during that episode, but it left me thinking, it still left me feeling like, okay, that was a little shorter than I am used to it. I mean, it didn't spoil the episode for me, but I expected a little bit more time to go through. Whereas this episode, I think it was more in line with an episode in season 1, because I think the episodes in season 1 were more like, took me about 3 hours to complete, and this one I think took me about 2 maybe, which is 2 or 2.5. I don't know, I'll have to see what the final, when I edit, to see how long it actually has been. But Telltale Pets, I love that. So yeah, this episode was great. I think 3 times better than the first one. I love the reveal of Kenny. Bonnie is puzzling to me because, like I said, of all of the characters in 400 Days, Bonnie seemed like the person who was least likely to be involved with these people. So it makes me wonder, if you remember from my 400 Days DLC, Bonnie was the only one who went with Tavia. So I'm wondering if more people went with Tavia, would those people appear in Carver's group? Would those people appeared with Carver at the end of this episode? Would we have seen other people like Shell? Would we have seen Shell? Would we have seen I'm forgetting names now, but would have seen some of the other of the 5 people appear trying to hold us hostage if those people had gone with Tavia? I don't know. It'll be something that I'll be looking forward to when I'm watching other people's LPs, I guess. So, yeah, I'm really pumped to find out what's happening next in the next episode. We don't know where Luke is. I feel horrible for Carlos. I mean, of all people to have their fingers broken. I mean, Carlos is a doctor. I mean, they work with their hands, and just it's like breaking the fingers of a musician, an instrument musician. Like, that's a big deal, a huge deal, versus breaking the fingers of someone else who doesn't really work closely with their hands. So I really am anticipating that at some point Carlos is going to die and Sarah is going to have to deal with his death. And I don't know, I'm very happy that Nick ended up deciding, the fact that he, without me even mentioning the option, Nick on his own wanted to tell Walter about Matthew. I felt bad that I went behind Luke, but Clementine had to go with her gut, and in her gut, I think she had to show Nick that photo, and I'm very proud of Nick that on his own he wanted to tell Walter about it. So that to me made me feel like Nick really is a good guy. I mean, he sure screws up a whole bunch of times, and it costs some guy his life, but he's still a good guy. I'll bet it'd be great if he was a little more, if he was a little less trigger happy. He'd be even better guy. He can be a better. There's room for improvement. Don't get me wrong. So yeah. Anyway, those are my thoughts. We will dissect this and analyze this more when I have my next podcast. Again, if you are just joining me on this episode, I have been doing podcasts for every single episode of this season with some of my fellow Let's Players, where we talk about dissect every single part of the Walking Dead game episode, you know, character development and our thoughts on certain of this in specific scenes. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you guys are intrigued, please watch. We would love for you to share in some of our conversations. Hopefully it's something that you would find interesting. Expect that sometime later this month. I think we're trying to record sometime in the next couple of weeks or so. So anyway, guys, thanks again for watching this episode of Let's Play The Walking Dead Episode 2, Season 2. Tune in next time, folks, and until then, love yourselves and love each other.